Shadows of Serenity, Hiroshi's Tokyo nights, to feel foreign, almost sinister. Hiroshi's heartbeat echoed loudly in the stillness. He felt an inexplicable chill run down his spine. The comforting light of the lanterns now cast eerie shadows. He glanced at the ancient clock on the wall, its hands moving ever so slowly. The ticking grew louder, reverberating through the room. Hiroshi's eyes darted around, searching for the source of his unease. The shamisen melody now seemed haunting. A ghostly whisper. His apartment, once a refuge, now felt like a cage. The walls seemed to close in, the air grew thick. Outside, the city's lights blurred into a disorienting haze. Hiroshi's breathing quickened, his mind racing. He stood up, trying to shake off the growing sense of dread. He walked to the window, hoping for a glimpse of normalcy. The city below, teeming with life, felt distant and unreachable. A feeling of isolation wrapped around him. As he gazed out, a movement in the corner of his eye caught his attention. A shadow flitted across the room, quick and silent. Hiroshi's heart pounded. Was it his imagination, or was there something more? He turned, scanning the room. The shadows seemed to dance, mocking his fear. He moved towards the lantern, his hand trembling. The need for light, for clarity, was overwhelming. He had to dispel the darkness. The lantern's flame flickered, threatening to go out. Hiroshi's breath caught. The room plunged into near darkness. The only light, a faint glow from the city outside. Panic surged through him. He needed to escape the suffocating gloom. He fumbled for the light switch, his fingers shaking. The overhead light flickered on, banishing the shadows. Relief washed over him, but it was short-lived. The sense of being watched, of an unseen presence, lingered. The shamisen's melody played on, a discordant soundtrack to his fear. Hiroshi moved to the center of the room, trying to gather his thoughts. He needed to understand what was happening, why his sanctuary had turned on him. He remembered an old story, one his grandmother used to tell. A tale of restless spirits bound to the mortal world. Could it be true? Was his sanctuary haunted by an unseen entity? Determined to find answers, Hiroshi decided to confront his fear. He reached for the lantern, relit the flame, and whispered a prayer. The room bathed in a warm glow once more, but the oppressive feeling remained. He took a deep breath and called out into the darkness. His voice echoed back, a lonely sound. Silence followed, heavy and thick. Hiroshi's resolve wavered, but he held firm. He needed to know. Suddenly, the shamisen stopped. The silence was deafening. Hiroshi's heart raced. The shadows seemed to retreat, as if acknowledging his courage. The air grew lighter, the oppressive weight lifting. In that moment, Hiroshi understood. The darkness had been a test, a trial of his spirit. With newfound clarity, he embraced the light. His sanctuary restored, Hiroshi felt a peace, deeper than ever before, settle within him.